Web3 TV.
Hello, Web3 TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, and today we're at Token 2049 here in Dubai. Joining me right now is Sebastiaan, CMO of RWA.io. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. This is amazing.
And this is the second edition of Token 2049. So how are you finding it so far?
It's really great. You do see a lot of exchanges though. So I hope that we, while we go through the 2 days, we see a lot of innovation, a lot more also real world asset tokenization projects, really also other areas that are breaking boundaries at the moment.
And you're in the real world asset tokenization space.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about RWA.io and what you guys are doing.
So the real world asset tokenization space, so tokenizing, gold, diamonds, real estate, etc. It's really it's blowing up basically. And the space is very fragmented at the moment. So if you want to buy, for example, tokenized gold, where to go? And we're kind of creating this place where investors can go, but also projects can go to understand how they tokenize, how they have to tokenize. They need the tooling. So we're really building kind of like, we like to call it the Grand Bazaar of real world asset tokenization, where we support projects and investors, bring them together, connecting them, and a big future.
So it's kind of like the Airbnb of real world asset tokenization.
Yes, you could say that, but we will also help projects with actually building the Airbnb. So it's really from A to Z, bringing them, and making it accessible for people all over the world, because that's what we're really doing, right? Democratizing ownership.
And there's a lot of talk around tokenization. So why should we start buying tokens or fractions of real world assets?
Ooh, yes, that's a very good question. For many people in the world, it's not possible to invest in everything, right? So, for example, take real estate. If you want to buy real estate in Europe, you probably need to pay like a 30-40% deposit, which goes into the hundreds of thousands. But let's say you want to invest in real estate, but you only have $100. You're not able to do that. Tokenization, our real world asset tokenization, makes that possible. So it makes me, now maybe somebody in Venezuela that earns $500 extra, what are they going to do? They're going to buy Bolivar or US dollar? No, maybe they want to buy some real estate in Dubai, and they can with $500, which really, it opens up the whole world.
Exactly. And there's so many assets that are now being looked into whether they can be tokenized or not. But in your opinion, where should investors focus? What type of assets should they be investing in when it comes to tokenization?
So right now we're still kind of a niche space. It seems large, but it's very small. Right now we have 300 projects on our platform. We think worldwide there's about 400, 500. We're gathering them all, to be honest. And you have to make your choices because it's not easy. So, for example, if you start tokenizing something, the compliance around it is very, very complex. So we see projects go where the jurisdiction allows them to innovate. And that's, for example, where Dubai comes in, which is on tokenization of real estate. They're really taking a front step here and front facing, like we're doing this.
Yeah, so the Dubai Land Department just announced that they're launching their pilot phase of real world asset tokenization of real estate. So the regulatory framework here is very favorable.
Yep.
So how are you finding this landscape here for your business?
For us, it's great. Well, we like to see everything tokenized, right? What can be tokenized. We need these areas which are interesting for people that they can understand, and then jurisdiction that help. And real estate is one of the main ones right now. It's amazing. I hope, if Dubai can set the stage for other jurisdictions to start doing the same, maybe if it's gold in Ghana, or spices in India, whatever it is, it sets the tone. We have a long way to go, but this is amazing, I think.
So you're saying, so for investors, they should focus on real estate, go where the jurisdiction is friendly, perhaps gold.
Yeah, go where the jurisdiction is, go where the interesting and kind of sexy real world assets are, like real estate, gold, diamonds. They sound nicer than bonds or something else, but it will get there. But basically we can tokenize everything. You will see companies being tokenized. Everything
Yeah,
will change.
BlackRock, they're tokenizing funds. So
Exactly,
yeah.
and they're also, what they're doing is really setting the scene for other parties to innovate, because the BlackRock fund, it's only a couple of wallets that hold it eventually, and we want to create something where millions, hundreds of millions are able to access through democratization.
Yeah, so allowing everyone to invest in whatever they
of course.
want to invest in, right?
Yeah.
At a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Well, great. If anyone wants to learn more about rwa.io, where can they find you?
Well, rwa.io.
Okay, perfect.
It's very
so
simple.
It can't be easier.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening.
And I'll be bringing you more interviews. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Web3.
Web3.tv